Hey guys, how's it going? I promised to make more common uploads, and this is part of that. This is like maybe 3 days after my last upload, so let's get it going. Meet the Omni Terminator. This truck I've owned for 4 months, and this is my formal review of it. The reason that I've waited 4 months is because I've given this truck hell, and it has exceeded my expectations. So let's go over all of its quirks and features. I'm turning into Doug DeMuro here. If anybody watches his videos, they're pretty good. This is the Omni Terminator. This is the base model, the alloy one. I wanted to get the carbon, but it was broke. It comes with an ESC. Wow. No, it doesn't say the ampage on it. I think it's a 40 amp. I could be wrong. It's a 3S truck. It can do 4S, but you're not supposed to. It comes with 70-75 shock brace. I could go for hours about all the details of this, but I'm not gonna. I'm just gonna talk about it and then drive it and show you guys what I'm talking about. So this truck comes in at right about $200, so about the same as a brushed Stampede for a brushless 50-mile-an-hour four-wheel drive truck versus the two-wheel drive brushed Stampede. I think this is the better buy. Although it's smaller, I'd say it's about 1/11th to 1/12th scale. It is still very cool and very fun. It has clips, but it has clip retainers, and I've not lost a single pin. And a lot of people don't like clip bodies because they're tedious to put on. They're really not. Especially not this one because it's got clip retainers, so why would it suck to put on, you know? It does about 50, according to Relarlo. In my speed testing, we did about 45, so pretty close. Keep in mind, this was in pretty good conditions without the speed pinion. It's very punchy. The nice thing about this is there are some cars like the new Mini Creighton, which I will be reviewing, guys. The only thing that I don't like is that the light bar flickers when you turn, but it's just because it sucks out more voltage. But the new Mini Creighton, the throttle is like a little bit sensitive. This is not. This has full all or nothing punch. It has oil suspension, and somehow the shocks have not gotten squeaky yet, even though I have cleaned this thing all of 0 times. Because I have kept this thing truly... I'm trying to break it, basically, for this video. But I haven't. I've owned it for 4 months. I've beaten the literal crap out of it. I literally crashed it to the back of my dad's car. He was pissed. And broke the body. So what happened is I was driving, I was going fast, and it front flipped, and then it cracked the body, sadly. Whatever, you know. It comes with a decent tread pattern. It's got plenty of traction. It has a center diff instead of a slipper clutch. Again, another reason why it's better value than a Traxxas. Although that goes without saying. I'm more going to compare it to some Groms and some full-size Armos. It comes in at about the same as the Fury brushed. Or, that's not a monster truck, but the Gorgon's a little bit cheaper. But if they made a brushless Gorgon, I'd assume it would be the exact same price. What is this? Oh, there's tape in it. I have no clue what that's from. Whatever. So it's comparable to those in price, in driver, and everything else it's not, though. It does not have a gyro that I know of. Here, let me test. Does it? No, it does not have a gyro. That's the only thing. So at high speeds, it's a little bit unstable, but you know, it's an RC truck. It doesn't need to be stable at 90 miles an hour. It comes with a 2200 3S. It can run 2S, but why on earth would you do that when it comes with 3S? And a usable charger. The chassis is something really cool about this truck that I really like. It has metal center braces, by the way, so you're not going to break it. But look at this metal chassis. Like, that's sick. And yeah, it's gotten scraped up from gravel usage, but it also has a low-resistance wheelie bar. Like, my Sledge does not have a low-resistance wheelie bar. This does. It also has these cool, like, green-wrapped screws. So the drivetrain doesn't even squeak, even though I literally drove it in mud and then let the mud dry and then drove it again in mud. It's just a sick truck. It's super durable, it takes everything, and then that, and then some. It's very fast, it's very fun. Would not get this for your kid, though. So let's get to the ratings so that we can get to the driving. So I review trucks a little bit differently. I've only done one other truck review, which was my Red Cat Ascent 18. And that truck I didn't review like this because that's a crawler. And I'm going to create a new review system for crawlers and for bashers. So on the basher review system, how does this rank? So out of 10, we're going to have affordability. Oh crap, my preload's way jacked up. Oh, whatever. Who cares, dude? This thing's supposed to break, but it hasn't. Affordability. It's just about $230, and the carbon version's just under $300. Which the carbon one, for that money, you cannot beat. So for that money, I'd give this like an 8 or a 9 out of 10. Not perfect. It could be cheaper, like an MJX level cheap, but it would also be MJX level size. While this is almost 10th scale. It's the same way that the Legendary is 10th scale, or any of the cheaper Amazon cars. Next up, durability. So I'm gonna rate the chassis and the body and combine the ratings. So the chassis, the whole truck out of 5. So everything out of 5 on this, on the truck itself. It's great. Drivetrain held up perfect. Everything's held up perfect. Only thing is it does come with a custom size servo, so good luck swapping that. But it has plenty of torque, as you can see, and it's decently fast. It's very fast when you're moving. It's just not very fast standing still on carpet. Suspension, again, very good. Very durable. Like, the suspension probably will not crap out on you because these arms are super thick and have a design so that in impacts it just distributes all the force. Has a great bumper, as you can see. It's super squishy plastic with this little thing right here, so in a really hard impact it'll be fine. Only thing is, you'd think with a truck like this it'd be wheelie prone, but because of its longer wheelbase, it's not too prone to wheelies, which I'm sad about, but we win some and we lose some, you know? It has anti-roll bars, which also are durable. I feel like they've kind of gotten a little bit weaker now that I've beaten the literal crap out of it. In fact, I think this one back here might actually be broken. I recline my statement. Oh, wait, no, it's just loose. Okay. Never mind, I don't recline my statement. Yeah, my anti-roll bar is just loose. But for the money, this thing cannot be beat for the chassis. So for the chassis, I'm going to give it a 4.5 out of 10. Only thing is, I feel I have not personally had to... I've been fortunate enough to not have to work on this thing at all. However, I assume digging through all of this crap would not be fun. It's got a super durable design, though. Like, the thing about the Traxxas Stampede, which I'm going to compare a lot in this video, so get used to it. The Traxxas Stampede is relatively durable. However, it has its things. Being that it's plastic chassis, it's got a plastic shock tower, it's got plastic everything. This truck comes with a lot of metal. For almost half the price, you cannot beat that. And this thing's four-wheel drive. It is much smaller than a Stampede. I actually drove against a Mini-Max, and it was just a little bit bigger. So the chassis rating, like just the truck in general, like not the body gets its own rating. I mostly rate the body to focus on scale, but in this case it'll be on durability. The chassis itself, 4.5. The reason that it's not a 5 out of 5 is just because of what's called one little thing, the diff. When I got it, it was leaking. So next up, the body. This is what's really going to shoot its durability down. The body, not so durable. Like, yes, it crashed into the tail of a car after backflipping, but it did crack. It also just feels pretty flimsy. It does have these skids, but it doesn't have any, like, internal structuring to make it any more durable. It's kind of squishy on the outside. Relatively not horrible, but I'm gonna give it a 3. So in total, about 7.5. Or no, it might be an 8.5. No, it's a 7.5. So, yeah, 7.5 out of 10 on the truck itself. Now, let's get to driving it, so I can rate it on driving. Because I rate these bashers on 3 things. Drivability, or no, actually 4 things. Jumpability, drivability, 5. Jumpability, drivability, durability, like for the chassis and body, and value for money. So let's get to it. I'm gonna be driving one-handed, and I'm gonna try to do this all in one take, so let's go. I hit the tire of the car, not the car. Oh great, there's a box in the way. I forgot about that. Put it by the plane stand, my state-of-the-art aircraft stand. Let's not hit the wood screws. Only thing is, he does get high-centered, as you kind of saw there a little bit. It is considered a high center of gravity monster truck, but it's not super HCG. It's kind of mid-CG. It's snowy out. I forgot about that, so let's go. Yeah, as you can see, it shreds. If you can even see it. I'm going to keep this part short and sweet. Look at the horse. What was that noise? This little guy shreds. Because of my driving conditions, I'm going to keep this short and sweet. I'm going to do a few jumps. Just get a piece of it. Can't really get it to pop up on dirt, but on pavement you can't really get it to pop up too much into a wheelie, but on dirt, boy, you can get it to pop up. So yeah, oh, backflip. So I'm probably gonna try to keep this video under 20 minutes, so let's go for it. Let's do some driveway stuff if you guys can see it. It's not really a night basher. I think the light bar is more just on there for funsies. But it can be bashed in the dark if you really feel like it. The camera is actually picking up on stuff relatively well. Let's see that jump. Didn't really jump there. I'm going to use the backflip spot to try to get her to backflip. I backflipped the sledge here. It didn't backflip, it just did a good jump. I think that was backflip, I couldn't really tell. After rewinding, it was not a backflip. Oh, the nice thing about this truck is it's not too roll happy because of the anti-roll bars. It has decent air control, however, it does kind of feel like the power kind of dies a little bit in the air. See, that was a smooth jump, but it wasn't a backflip. See, that was kind of a backflip-ish. My stuff's lagging pretty hard, but I'm trying to listen to Van Halen while doing this. So, on skill required, I give this a 3 out of 10. You can actually limit it. I forgot how to put the governor on. I think it's just turn down the throttle rate, and then it's good for a kid. But at full throttle rate, it's really fast. Like, I'm not exaggerating that. Like, it's snappy. And to think that they make a faster version of this truck is crazy. See, I finally got her to pop up into a wheelie. I think we flipped it. Okay, so it is flippable, but not easy to flip. And that was me literally concrete drifting a basher. So what was I expecting, you know? It's a little bit windy. Sorry if the mic's picking up on wind noise. I wanted to go fly today, but I tried and it was too windy. I was also going to go to the airfield in town today, but I missed out on that because my adapter went missing. Dude, it's fast. Let's get a fast shot of it. I doubt the camera caught that. Let's see if I can backflip it off of something. Oh, kind of. I think we could. I think that may have actually broken it. No, I think that was just on the hitting it. It's kind of bright out tonight. It's almost full moon. And look at all them stars. So I like being out in the country. Yeah, look at this little thing. Gee, that was close. I don't really take trucks in sand. I don't like doing it. It's bad for them, but screw it, you know. This thing, it shreds. It'll be fine. And this is a true durability test. Sand is the worst thing you can do for your drivetrain. I did drive it in snow once, and then I let the snow literally melt and dry. It didn't care. So let's go for the sand. We do have a light out here, but it's not wanting to turn on. I don't know, maybe the battery just died or something. So the sand's super hard because I forgot it kind of just snowed. Sand's like hard ice snow. Yeah, so it's not really kicking up roosters. Now then, guys, we're almost at 20 minutes. Let's go back inside. So, driving, honestly, the driving experience on this truck. Jumpability, I'm going to give it an 8 out of 10. Drivability, I'm going to give it an 8 out of 10 as well. Only thing is no gyro, so at high speeds, you're gonna regret not having a gyro. Also, because it's a smaller truck, it won't really do great in deep mud and snow and ice and stuff, but making a mess out here. Yeah, look at how this thing is on concrete there. Oh, I was being dumb. Oh no! Oh dear God. What have I done? Oh man. Look at that. Whole entire body shattered. So what I said earlier about the durability, taking that way down, dude. It's getting a 6 out of 10. Chassis perfect. Everything else sucks. Like the body sucks. Honestly, I think I could probably fix it with some duct tape, but still shouldn't happen with a truck like that. But I guess that's the price you pay for how much it costs. It also might just be the cold. You know, the cold's hard on plastics, especially Lexan and stuff. And especially when I was driving in ice, that may have been what did it in. Honestly, I'm just going to take some tape and pretend nothing happened, you know? But, so guys, my review of this truck. Honestly, I'm going to give it a 7.5 out of 10 on the bash scale. The reason that it's not a 10 out of 10 on everything, or an 8 out of 10 on everything, is simply the body lets it down. It's a good looking body. Like, it looks okay. It kind of has F-150 Raptor vibes. But, I just can't say it's amazing after it just exploded under a very light kick. Like, you can rewind if you really want and see how light that kick was. It wasn't like I punted it. So the fact that that was enough to shatter the body, I feel like has to bring her down just a little bit. So besides that, and besides the 50 other besides that's I've done, it's perfect. It's not perfect. Nobody's perfect. This truck's not perfect, but it's pretty darn good. I wonder if an MJX body would fit. That might be too small, but I want to see. Because unfortunately that body is pretty much done. I know I can buy a new one, and I might custom paint it or something. I don't know. It's about 20 minutes, so 7 out of 10. Tell me down in the comments one truck that's better value for money than the Omni Terminator by Relarlo. I dare you. Because there is none. Oh my god, look at how weak this body is. Like, honestly, it's gonna be done for. Let's just give it a Viking funeral. Oh, now it wants to be durable. See, now it's durable. Just not when it's on the truck. Okay. I'm gonna see if I can restore it. I can't, but whatever. Anyways, guys, like and subscribe. Comment down below. Better value for money than the Relarlo Omni Terminator. Because honestly, if you can tell me, I will give you literally nothing. Anyways, guys, I will see you with another upload very soon. So, have a nice day.